Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Friday night, and we are live. This is a special broadcast of the Salivate Metal live streams because for the first time, I believe tonight will be the night that we will answer every single comment from the inception of this channel. Yes, and we're going to start with just getting one comment to start, and hopefully we'll have time to come back and grab the rest here tonight. So stay tuned. You'll see every single comment answered and or hearted tonight. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you guys being here. Shadow Workers here. Steve Lapointe is here. Bill 457, Michael K, Matthew Crustlife. Good to see all of you guys. Glad you're here with me tonight. Optimus Prime says, revolution was in the 1800s, but this would be the 10th anniversary of Haiti becoming under dictator rule of de Voliere, who became president in 1957. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's good insight for this set. I like this set. Actually, I just ran across it going through some of my coins in some of the storage. Yes, indeed. Very good. All right, let's get back into recent comments. The algorithm, I think I know why the algorithm hasn't been kind to the channel as of late. I had a video demonetized. I contacted them about it, and they would not renege. They said I was talking about, I can't even say the word, which is ridiculous. And it was about the gold heist and the gold confiscation that was taken there. But anyways, the $250,000 in gold bars video, it got completely demonetized, and I think because of that, they have pushed my videos away from the algorithm. So if you have not seen my latest videos, I hope you will check it out. Some people complain about not getting notifications. All right. Very good. Liquid Electrum, I bought 2 ounces of gold coins today. Way to go. Congratulations to the great Liquid Electrum for buying two gold coins today. He got a 5% of a spot foreign gold in 1913 $10 Canadian half ounce and a Netherlands coin that weighs 0.2 ounces. I'm buying when I have extra funds and not worried about what the spot is. That way I see it, it's going up more. Exactly. Very good. All right. Nice. Congratulations, Liquid Electrum. Good to see you. Buckshot George is here. Welcome. Good to see you guys. Michael Phillip is here. Yes, indeed. I stand for free tampons, taxpayer-funded tampons in every bathroom of every nation. There you go. No, old Tampon Tim. He's trying to spin that one away too, but you can't deny facts. All right. Michael Guadagno says here, hey, Sal, love the content from my video yesterday. I have a question. Been watching you for a while, but relatively new here. My question is, what is the deal with the Hot Wheels Matchbox cars? I have no issue, just curious. Thank you. Well, a little something different. I've actually kind of been a very casual collector of them, just buy ones that I kind of like. So I figure, you know what, why not show them in videos? I kind of have a cool and a different car, or some of the same ones show up in some of my videos. But yeah, just for fun, something to set me apart from other content creators, just to add a little bit of spice and slice. Yes, indeed. But good question, and thank you for being here, Michael. I appreciate it so much. Neil Hans Dynasty is here. Welcome. Good to see you. And the lovely Annie Oakley is with us tonight as well. Welcome, Annie. Glad you're here with us as well. Let me get over here to be efficient and proficient here. Okay, let me do this. Catch up on some of these comments. Come on now. Why isn't this working? All right, James Owens says here, watching gold to purchase another batch of gold. Maybe another grab, try to diversify. Anyone have a preference, Kitco or SD Bullion? Yeah, Kitco, I don't know how hard or easy. I've never bought from Kitco before. But it's not really known as a bullion dealer per se, so I would probably say SD Bullion. Randy McDonald, what you said about Iran is true. Most countries don't want to deal with the bullies. That's right. Yep. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate that so much. And Andrew Munchkin says, God Almighty and gold is money. That means something. That's right. It is the winner. That's right. Well said. Well said. All right. Very good. Bill 457 says a lot of people in the coin community show Matchbox cars videos. I've never seen anybody else do it. I would love to know who else is doing it, Bill 457. I've never seen anybody else do it. Good to see 66 Sam is here. Welcome. Zardoz is here. So is Count Derpula, and Michael K is with us tonight. Ah, yeah. Let's see here. Fred Flint says here about this tax in Kentucky. This is what he's saying. He says, here in California, all PM purchases under $2,000 are taxed. It used to be $1,500. They raised it to $2,000. So if you're in Long Beach, you're looking at 11% sales tax. Makes it really hard to buy on the dips unless you conveniently have $2,000 laying around. Yep, I know. It really is immoral. And they wouldn't dream of taxing stock purchases because everyone in their Congress owns obscene amounts of shares. Yep, I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. Michael is here. Michael Guadagno, welcome. Good to see you. And good to see Gold Chick. Gold Chick is with us tonight. Welcome. And let's see here. We have got 5785B on this. Here, he says here, gold and silver best bull run perhaps begins now. Everything is moving up. Economy is in great shape. Why buy bullion when everything is positive? Well, it's positive from where the big dive we had, but it's running on it's on a powder keg, I think. I don't know how long it will be before that powder keg explodes, but keep in mind, we'll see here. All right, very good. Good to see you guys. Glad you're all with me here tonight. Silver Drill Pickle is here. Cemetery Shop is here. China Mitchell is here, my fellow musician. Good to see you. Think for Yourself, who inspired my newest video, says, remember, Sal, when we thought currencies would never be backed by gold again, even though gold standard worked until we got away from it. That's right. It did work. A gold standard did work. And a video from this morning about Iraq accumulating more gold, ticking up one notch on the gold nation status up to 29, I think is proof positive that I think they're preparing for something down the road, and it very well could lead to a gold standard. Silver Honda, who drives a blue Honda, is here. All right, welcome. Good to see you, Silver Honda. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Convert my IRA to Oxford Gold now. Oh, my goodness gracious. No, I think I'll pass. I don't think there's any way for me to do it. I actually tried to call them, actually, just to see who would answer what they would say, but it just went to a busy signal. Bill Arrington, yeah, I saw the same thing. I think the same thing. Just picked up 13 ounces on the dip. By the way, is that Tree of Life silver or platinum? Nice coin. All right, very good. Now, that is, it's not a Tree of Life. That is the bristlecone pine from the American Liberty series. The gold coin just won Coin of the Year for 2024. Yes, indeed. By the way, the great J.M. Unleashed is here. Good to see you, J.M. Unleashed, and thank you for posting a link to Think for Yourselves channel. Silver Stanger is here with us as well. Good to see you guys. All right. Padama Ramana Pachamigam says, I saw another video telling there may be 5-point rate cut by September. Well, it's not a 5-point. It's a 50 basis points. That's a half-point rate cut. That's what everybody's saying now, and that's kind of one reason why I'm bullish on gold and silver. But there are some caveats, and I posted one of those caveats in this afternoon. LK says here, my late mom always said either buy brick and mortar or gold. You will never lose any value. It will always be worth something. You buy them a little bit here, put it in a time, and always in no times you will have a good amount of stock. It's like your paper money. You see it, you spend it. Normal for most people. When times get tough, you can sell it. Things happen and you will never know. You can burn paper, but you can't burn silver and gold. That's right. Never too late to start. If you can afford 1 ounce per paycheck, that's okay. 2 ounces a month. That's right. In moderation, everything. Stack and accumulate only within your budget. And there are times to buy and times not to buy as well, too. So anyways, yes, good advice all around. That's exactly right. Thank you, LK. Good to see you. Wow, I'm sorry to Think for Yourself. I know, it's crazy. They demonetized one of my videos saying that I was talking about, I can't even say the word, recreational, and then you fill in the blank. Even though I was talking about in reference to what these dogs were doing, sniffing around for gold and thinking they were sniffing around for something else. And because I even mentioned that, I got demonetized. And here, Think for Yourself channel got a strike. It's crazy. It's nuts. I don't know what's going on here. Sorry about that, my friend. Hoosier Stacker says paying tax on God's money is is Bashir's mindset. He's got to go. To my knowledge, no other governor whose state changed their law to not tax PM has pushed back. Bye-bye, Bashir. Well, stay tuned. I'm going to be talking about another state that's got something else happening. It's not the same type of deal, but it is something that deserves pushback. But thank you, Who's Your Stacker, you and the man. Thank you for your support and kindness. Jeff Nelson, gold has been on the uptrend for a while now. When will everything stabilize and things level out? It's going to be interesting. I don't know what the top is for gold. I don't know what the top is for gold. But anyways, well, think for yourself. Be careful. I would just say find clever ways to mention things. And because they should be telling you exactly why and what's going on. But the thing is if you go 90 days, I think it all zeroes out. It goes back to the beginning. So just think of clever ways to communicate your message that the algorithm and machine learning won't pick up on. You may have to substitute things like, like Michael Phillip here says wacky tobacco. I can't say with the other word. I won't even say anything related to any kind of substance. Now, I have to be very careful with it. You know what I mean? So, anyway, James Owens is here. Good to see you. Chad Wolf says this. Don't we take Iraqi's gold a while back? Makes sense as we'll be buying. That's what they've heard. Some say they put it underneath the World Trade Centers. We'll see here. PC Coins thought he was first, but very close on this video from this morning. This nation is buying gold. It turns out to be Iraq. And G Services here. And by the way, everybody that's here, there's 69 of you. I hope every single one of you will stay tuned because history will be made here tonight. We're going to go through. We're going to answer every single comment ever since the beginning of time on this channel. This would be the first time this has ever happened. Oh man, I know. I don't have much of a life, but you got to have fun with it. All right. Yes, indeed. Exactly, JM Unleashed. Exactly. It's crazy. Are they monetized though? I wonder. Anyways, G Services, fine silver will run out due to silver miners not able to increase production for fine silver. You can easily inspect any silver mines. No more available production. Too high of a cost of production. Yes. All right. Silver mines and more. All right. Well, yeah, there's not much primary silver mining left. Very little of it. But there's a lot more secondary silver mining happening. All right. And where are we at? Let's go to Overwatch on this video from this morning. It says this. The United States, he says the United States is the only country not buying gold, at least officially. I'm actually proposing, and I talked about it in this video, perhaps that we might be buying gold under the radar, under the table, if you will. The government is resting on its laurels, hoping its world reserve currency will bail it out, while the rest of the globe is buying gold by the hundreds of tons and selling the U.S. dollar, treasuries, and bonds and leaving the United States in the dust. The gold reserves in Fort Knox is long gone and has been gone so long that the evidence of who took it is gone too. Anyone know where the gold went to? It was when World Trade Center 7. How about the dump trucks full of the 1,000-ounce gold bars that were taken from Iraq during the war? Exactly, yeah. When that's just it. It's understandable that people question things and conspirize as to where the stuff went because they won't answer any questions. There's no audits or anything like that. Very good. All right. Let's see here. Let's get back to this. We've got Daniel Ellenberg on this video, says the following here. Bonjour, c'est este bonjour de premier relais. Comme nous suppose, le corps ici qui compte value de Notre Dame Portuguese. That's a cross between Vietnamese and French. I have no clue what you said, Daniel, but forgive me. Maybe you can run it through a translator. They used to have it on my phone. You can actually translate what's there, but I can't see it there. But thank you. I hope you like my French. Excuse my French, by the way, literally, in this case. All right. Now, user says this. Hold on a second here. It says that 650 plane loads of gold that was confiscated from Vatican's 1,500-mile tunnel that went from there to Israel was returned back to the country it was stolen from. Interesting. Yeah, somebody else mentioned that the other day, too. About this big tunnel. I don't know. But anyways. All right. Let's get back over here to the next comment. We've got Thomas Belasananovitz says here, above average pronunciation. Thank you, Silver Drill Pickle. All right, here he says the gold miners are very, very cheap. My top holding in FSM bought more January 2026, 5.5 calls on Thursday. Great FCF and all-in sustaining cost drops in 4 quarters in 2025. So good job. All right. Well, he's done some research on it very fast. They have a great team. Let's rock and roll. I think that's really part and parcel to it. If you get invested in mining, make sure you research those companies for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's press on forward to this. We've got Dennis. Dennis says this. My peeps, this is why you don't back up the BS truck. Other fools talk about another saying, leave yourself dry powder. It's simple. We all know global slowdown is inevitable. We also know silver is heavily manipulated. We also, and I hope you do know, that all fiat currency is racing to zero. You should be buying silver, gold, platinum, palladium, not to make money. It is money, even copper. You should be purchasing it to secure your lifestyle for the next system to come into play. What the world is going through is panic mode as a debt bubble beginning to burst. A drowning man will grab onto anything and anyone. So either strengthen your swimming skills or go down with the ship. That's a good analogy, actually. Another thing to mention, you have insurance on your health, your car, your house, and your life, and possibly your things. You should also have insurance on your wealth. Exactly right. And that, my friends, is silver and gold in any commodities, but mainly silver and gold. That's right. Very good. Thank you. Good comment. All right, here's one. This is one that's very, very critical. Let's see here. And this guy is Ferd. Sal, as much as I like you, I got to tell you. Well, I'm going to stop right there. I don't think I've ever seen a comment from Ferd1414. I could have. He could have, but it just doesn't look familiar. And I recognize most of the regular posters, but if he has commented, it's not very often, and it's hardly ever there. But he said, this nation is buying gold right now, and here's why it matters. He says, as much as I like you, I got to tell you, I absolutely despise this kind of clickbait. Well, first of all, clickbait to me is a derogatory term. It implies a bait and switch. Whenever there's a bait, there's a switch. And I never do that in my videos. I always talk about whatever the title is, I back it up with the content. If I can't provide the content to back up the title, then I failed my mission and I'm going to actually lose viewers. But I have to find titles that are catchy that will draw people in. And then the real challenge is on me to keep them engaged. Anyways, he says this country does something you're not going to believe. Then 10 to 15 minutes of babbling before naming the country of what it is cheap-ass chicken crap, clickbait garbage. Well, I mentioned the country, and it's not 10 to 15 minutes in. This video is only 12 minutes long. If there's something to report, then report it. Don't try and build artificial drama. There's no excuse for that crap. This isn't garbage tier movie out of Hollywood, desperately trying to drum up drama. If you've got something to say, then spit it out and quit trying to pump things up like some kind of scammer. Well, now you're comparing me to a scammer, so you're not off to a good start here, Ferd. It says as much as you like me or what have you. And the thing is that there's always more involved, and sometimes it requires a backstory to what's going on, and it does build, and so there are times where I ramble. And in my videos, I've produced over 7,000 videos on this channel. Not all of them are going to be perfect, and sometimes and because I just go fly by the seat of my pants. I don't have a script. I don't write scripts. I produce the content, and what comes out comes out. And there's always more to it than just a simple thing. Because I can just say Iraq bought gold, done, and the video is 5 seconds long. That's what you would want, Ferd. You want me to say Iraq bought gold, and you want me to have the title say Iraq bought gold. There you go. But there's more to it than just Iraq bought gold. I tell you why it's important and why it matters. And so if you don't like that, then you don't have to be a viewer of the channel, and you can scram. You don't have to be here. I appreciate the feedback. I would rather it be a constructive feedback. I think yours is half and half, but mostly derogatory. So, Ferd, and I wish there was a way I could search these comments by the user to see you know, if this is your first comment, but if you really like the channel and like me, and have been watching for a while, you would have had a couple of positive comments in here, but I don't know. Anyways, all right, moving on. Crypto Finn says, I want to elaborate more on what I said in the previous video. If the Fed cuts rates in September, metals will go down. If the Fed doesn't cut rates in September, the metals will go up. Actually the opposite. The market's already baking in that they're going to cut rates in September. That's why they've gone up. That's one of the major reasons why they've gone up. If they cut rates by 50 basis points, like now what they're thinking, then they're going to probably go up even more. They're going to go up even more. So we'll see here. We'll see how it plays out. But yeah, if they don't cut rates in September, then precious metals will take a dump. I mean, a massive dump. I don't see that happening. In all honesty, they should not be cutting rates at this point. But you know, it is what it is. David G, thanks, Al. Keep up the great reports. Thank you for an unbiased and down-to-earth synopsis of the important news in the precious metals world. Slurp on. Thank you, David G. I appreciate it, and I really appreciate you taking the time to watch very much. All right, Cookie Monster says this, and good to see you guys. Glad you guys are here with me tonight. And let's see here. Oh, hey, Sal, from Cookie Monster. I'm just hanging out at the bar with Oscar and Von Count, drinking lots of beer and drowning me sorrows. It's been a rough week. Cookie prices go up again. Me getting really drunk. Me need more cookies and inflation. I know, I hear you. All right, slurp for Matthew Crush Life. We're going to do it right now. Ah, yes, indeed. Good stuff. Corn Pop Diddy. Yeah, Corn Pop Diddy 2024. That's the dream ticket. Shannon Harris says, Iraq buying all that gold from Obama and Biden give them all that fiat currency. Well, that was Iran. They give it to Iran, which is Iraq's neighbor. Silver Sprint says, Norway sold all of its entire holdings of gold, 33 tons in 2004 at an all-time low. What a brilliant move. And I didn't know that. We always hear about the Gordon, the Brown's bottom is what they call it, Brown's bottom. And then what Canada did. But yes, good point. And Reflective Metal says, maybe they used some of the billions in military equipment we left there to buy some of that gold. They very well could have. Very well could have. All right. Yeah, beer and cookies would be a great combination indeed, Silver Stinger. You're right. Good to see C130. Michael Phillips still here. Michael K is with us. Good crowd here tonight. Appreciate you guys here. We're 99. We might get 100 viewers. You never know. Stranger things have happened. I hope we get 100 viewers before we take a step back in time to finish every single comment on this channel ever. Greetings from West Tennessee. Ann's 1293. Good to see you. Gold and silver. A ton of gold is 28,807 tons. If it's a standard ton, same as a ton of silver, platinum, and feathers. That's right. True that. You're right. And I think it's metric ton that they use there. Steve Parker says, it's always nice to have a little bit on the side. Yes, indeed. That's right. True too, Stout. I love that. That's great. Cemetery Shop says this. Does anyone know how much gold was looted from Iraq when the U.S. went there to give them a shave? Good question. I don't know. I'm not sure. Thank you, Dennis Niemeyer. I appreciate you, my friend, for watching that video on gold storage today on the scam that occurred there with Oxford Gold Group. I was kind of taken aback about that news. All right. Carrie Tarrant is here. Welcome. Happy Friday to you. Good to see you. We've not seen Metal Seer in a while either. I hope he hasn't died. I have no way to get a hold of him. And let's see. And Buckshot George, I'm richer than the Bank of Canada. That's exactly right. Yes, you are. Indeed, you are. They've got zero gold. Richard Metcalf says this. Gold is the safest form of wealth. More and more people are figuring this out. Sal, did you see the Oxford Gold Group is under investigation? Yep, I did a video on it. Richard Metcalf. Check it out. Yes, indeed. Check it out. I'm posting it later this afternoon. And Mutant Ripe, you need to wash, wax, and detail your Lambo. Yes, indeed, I do. It has sort of a matte finish on that thing. It's actually, believe it or not, it's actually clean. Believe it or not, but yes, indeed, wash and wax that Lambo. Thank you, Mutant Ripe. Shadowwork says, had no clue Ericsson or Nokia were still in business. Yeah, it's kind of surprised too. Found out about that. Cranky, he was chatted out. Who was in Cranky's live? Nickel stacking. Who we talking about here? Art Best says, keeps on stacking. Says Silver Squad. There you go. Art Best, thank you so much. Matt Zahab says, glad I'm the only one around here above 40 that's still collecting Hot Wheels. That's a nice Ferrari. Another great video. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Very kind of you to say. They're talking 12 years of comments. Yes, 12 years of comments. Oh, nickel stacking. Are you talking about Metal Seer? Metal Seer? If you see Metal Seer, tell him we miss him here. I haven't seen him in a while. Was he over at Cranky's Live? Interesting. He went broke, Metal Seer, with all the super chats. All right, yeah, maybe so. But he didn't have to super chat. We just miss him. Haven't seen him. Mrs. Silver Honda caught me listening to this great live stream. She'd heard Sal's voice, and now she's all flustered. Now I have to go and make whoopee. Oh, my goodness gracious. I wish I could help you. Oh, my goodness gracious. Thank you, Nickel Stacking. Yeah, tell him I said hello. We miss him. Well, give Mrs. Silver Honda a big old hug for me. I tell you what, there's one thing I'll never forget in my time in this community. And I say this all due sincerity, too. Hopefully Mrs. Silver Honda is listening. But when Silver Honda showed Mrs. Silver Honda in 2 of his videos, I was like drooling. I mean, you want to talk about man, oh man. That's all I got to say about that. But it's, you know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Let's just say Silver Honda is a very blessed man. Yes, indeed he is. And I slurp in his honor for his paid-off Silver Honda, and also for the lovely Mrs. Silver Honda. Oh, yeah. All right, yes. Anybody sees Metal Seer, tell him we miss him. Good to see John Hoddle. All right. And Jeff Nelson says, I can only hope, so it sure is surging this year. Thanks, Sal. Thank you, Jeff Nelson. Thank you. Paul Sargent, I need that 5G. I read that 5G is harmful to all types of life forms. I have no idea why people are so excited about it. Yeah, seems like it's pretty much everywhere. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I've heard the same thing as well too. And Mutant Rife, if we believe how much gold the USA has, then it's probably 2 to 3 tons at current given value of spot. Yeah. But no matter, even if we have every single ounce of gold, it's not nearly enough to pay off the national debt, that's for sure. Jay McGuire, the Geigers. Thanks, Al. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed the Geigers in this video. Yes, indeed. All right, well, Fastest Dave. Yes, I just finished this coffee slurp. I'll do another one in your honor, though. Here we go. All right, everybody stay tuned. Stay here because we're going to break records here tonight. History will be made. This channel is 11 and a half years old now, and we're about to answer every single comment on this channel ever. So stay with me here. And Jim Tillapal, thanks for your hard work and putting out this information. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. You make it worth it. Count Slurpula, come on, $22. Woohoo! All right, maybe we'll get there. Who knows? All right, Kenji came in your live last night. Awesome. Nickel stacking, that's cool. All right, he won't be in this one, that's for sure. Anyways, seems Lebanon and Iraq are just trying to prop up their currencies. I think so. That very well could be a part of it. A lot of these nations are kind of forced into it. Seymour Rivers is looking forward to tonight's live episode. Well, come on by. We are here. Yes, indeed. And we're not having beer. We are having us some coffee here right now. Thank you, Nash. Thank you, Michael Guadagno. Thanks for the 11 year. Appreciate it. Cookie Monster. Roses are red. Me fur is blue. 79 is sexy. And Big Bird is too. Oh, mom. Yes, indeed. I love it. Great little limerick there. Dinar. Give them the silver via tomahawks and take their gold. I like it. One exchange for the other. I like it. Are you the angry astronaut? No, I've never been to space. and I'm fairly mild mannered. My girl just asked, "Who the f is Count Therpula?" All right. Shout out to Matthew Crust Life and his lovely lady. Count Therpula is Count Derpula. Yes, indeed. He's here. Master Blaster says physical silver or gold is the best way to protect your excess. BBB is also has an alert on those dudes. Yes, indeed. Exactly right. And freedom will ring. Fancy commercials on TV. Glad I never called. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. Plain and simple. That's right. True that. And Goldenrod says here the following. Hello, Mark Lester. Glad you're here with us tonight. The idea of gold is to take your money out of the system. So why would you put it and buy it, leave it in the system? If anyone wants to keep their gold in my vault, please send it to me. I know, I hear you. Well, it's a different kind of system, I guess you would say, but I digress. Let's see here. And by the way, everybody stay tuned. If we can manage above 100 viewers, this will be a special live stream for 2 reasons. We might do a fortune cookie cracky open. What do you think? We'll get a fortune cookie cracking open here. And think for yourself, who alerted me to what happened here, as well as some other members of the community, says this. Let me get over here and get rid of this here. He says, what surprises me is some of these victims had no clue their gold and silver never made it to the depository for 2 years. That's right. Yes, indeed. And I actually did find that complaint and comment about that later on. How do you go 2 years without verifying that your PMs are actually in the depository? Crazy. Yep. And in that case, it sort of is on them. They put that much trust in them that they don't verify. Yep, you're right. Nesmaniac is here. Good to see you. You're in the precious metal space. Yes, indeed, David G. All right, Fortune Friday. There you go. Give me my Pac-Man fever. Yeah. Glad you guys are here with me tonight. Stick with me here. We're going to press on and forward. Let's get over here to this from Deliclan. Says here, owning paper, gold, and silver, or entrusting someone else to hold that physical asset for you completely defeats the purpose of buying it to begin with. Yes and no. There is some argument, a good argument, a cogent argument to be made for storing it off-site. I kind of do it, but in a different way. It's good to remove the threat for burglary in your own house, even though, I've definitely bumped up security here at this place, but, you store it in different locations. It's actually very good. But you have to understand that risk. You have to understand that risk before you do it. And it's good to have it diversified in storage options as well, too. It's always good to have some around. But I definitely see what you mean. Goldilocks says here, as a bystander states above, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. I personally would never vault my bullion. Must hold it securely out of the sight of prying eyes, but not with banks or other vault facilities. Too much to lose. Yep, I hear you. I certainly understand that. There is too much to lose. And if you have the luxury of storing it in a family with another family member or a friend that you trust, that you can get to it, that's really good too. But yeah, there's nuance to everything here. But if you're going to store it, make sure that you trust and make sure they're legitimate. Jake. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. I looked into gold IRAs when they first started. Once I saw the maintenance fees at 3% or more of net, I said, kiss my rear end. All IRAs, paper or metal, are great deals for the custodians. Yep, that is a lot for them to store. You're right. And that's one reason why I never explored for myself. Armistice Day is here. Good to see you. Welcome. All right. We've got Alan Leem. Alan Leem, appreciate you coming back and watching the channel again. And good to see you. Let's get over here and make this thing. What is happening here? Let's see here. He says, do I ever said when precious metal really go that high price, those bullion banks may start to close shop? Better buy what you get in hand than you store elsewhere. Yeah. And I tell you what, if the economy were to crash, what about some of these vaults, even for legitimate companies? I'd be a little nervous, for sure. If gold, like skyrocketed and everything. But anyways, all right. Let's get over here to Unidrummer. Now let's get over here. He says this. These outfits supposedly store your gold in a third-party depository. You never know if you really have the gold, and if China hits us with an EMP, we'll never hear from these people again. Yep, you're right. That is true. And if there's ever a massive emergency like that, just the sheer distance away from where gold is stored is a big problem, for sure. That's right. Very, very true. Good point, Unidrummer. Silver Cobra. I moved my precious metals IRA from the Delaware Depository to SD Bullion, Sal. Did I make the right move? I think I did. Yeah, as long as you can know where it is and get to it. Do they do their own depository services? I don't know. I think a precious metal company like SD Bullion is probably going to be more trustworthy. But, yeah, because they have skin in the game, literally, with it. They can't blame anybody else. Nickel stacking. I have a vault with money metals for my platinum. Okay, very good. All right. Yes, but I would ask for some. I would ask for some evidence that it's there. You know what I mean? Nickel stacking, even a trustworthy place like that, and I'm sure they are trustworthy. But with this happening, you just never know. Trust but verify, as like I said in the video. Paul Poppenjay says, a similar company tried to rip me off like Oxford Group. Their method is they think they're dealing with an 80-year-old with dementia. That's their MO. That's their target. So many old people don't know a Lincoln penny from a Buffalo nickel. Yeah, it really is a shame for sure. Zardos! Whoa! Zardos has gifted 5 Salivate Metal memberships tonight. Thank you, Zardos. Very kind of you indeed. Look at that. The first there tonight. From the great R. Zardos. Way to go. Way to go. Yes, indeed. Appreciate that so much. Zardos. Paperwork and numbers to account. All right. And good to see Helen Dobb is with us tonight as well. Let's get over here. I've seen the commercials. Shame people buy into it. Yes. I remember I haven't seen them in a while, but I've seen those commercials too. All right, let's refresh these comments now. Let's see how far we are now to the end. All right, we're getting there. We're going to start from the top down now, folks. Here we go. We're getting closer. We're getting closer, folks, to the very end. Tube Supio, 1 metric ton is 32,151 troy ounces, about $77 million. Yes, sir, that's exactly right. James O'Neill Brown with some algorithmic and emoticons. Every comment counts here, folks. We're going through them all now. Johnny Sunshine. Here's my money. Where's fire? Goodbye. Me blizzard. Me drink sand now. There you go. Exactly. That sums it up. And Mo Love has got some popcorn and watching this video. Thank you, Mo Love. I appreciate that. No postage, insurance, shipping, and less fees. All right. Well, good. Well, as long as the fees are good and you trust them, and that's important. James O'Neill Brown with more algorithmic emoticons supporting the channel. Thank you on this scandal video. 2 different things. A big scandal involving refineries in the United Arab Emirates on what this video is about. And this huge scam. And Helen Dobb is responding about this video. A person that is not greedy cannot be scammed if they just use a little science and common sense. Sense there. That's right, exactly. Emrys Mirrodin, one world settlement currency using CBDC just around the corner. Anyone who can't live for 1 to 6 months minimum without electricity in grocery stores could be wiped out in an SHTF situation. Exactly right. Very true. Very true. Thank you, Michael K. We're getting closer. Bellows Forge is here. Thank you. He's got the 69th thumbs up. I thought we'd have more than that. We got 99 viewers again. I've not broken 100 yet. Once we get 100 viewers, we're going to crack open the fortune cookie, so stay tuned. Fortune cookie madness. And Ex Paris says this here. Let me get over here where I can make this really count. Says, it sounds like Oxford never used Equity Trust as a custodian. The metals are held by a separate custodian company. Oxford filed for bankruptcy, but they don't hold the metals. The custodian does. Be careful to understand the rules of the custodian company and validate your account with the custodian. You can't get cash from them, but you can request a physical delivery. Yes, but you're dealing with That is up to Oxford. You're signing with Oxford. It's really up to them, unless they have a separate agreement with Equity Trust. But Equity Trust says that they didn't get the stuff, so it may involve multiple things. But there's a people are talking about a class action lawsuit now. We'll see if that comes through. But good comment. Welcome, Shadow Work is here. And Buckshot George chimes in on this one. Thank you, Buckshot George. I think Buckshot George was with us earlier in the live stream, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, thank you again, Zardoz, for the channel gift memberships. The first of such kindness tonight. I appreciate that. You should see above there. He gifted 5 Salivate Metal memberships. Thank you. So Buckshot, sad, but consumers are the other side of the coin. In this case, the problem, consumers need to stop being lazy, especially when letting go of their money. I researched due diligence, read what you're signing, ask questions, talk to other venues. There is so much we can do to make safe, sane, sound decisions. Ultimately, if it's finance or you don't hold it, you know the rest. That's true, Buckshot. We got to do our own due diligence as consumers as well. And I mentioned that for the most part in this video. Master Blaster is here. Welcome, Master Blaster. Thanks for popping in tonight, my friend. This is an exciting time. We're about ready to break through and answer every single comment on this channel ever. It's going to be something. Wait till you see the screen after this is done. We're going to be all caught up. Man, it's going to be fun. Shubs87 says, good show. Thank you. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. Push the button says, never buy gold that you don't see and hold. I like that. Now that's a good limerick there. China Mitchell on this says the following, and I quote directly, if the U.S. has nothing to hide, why don't they show the media the gold at Fort Knox? Or is Fort Knox full of IOUs and cobwebs? Thanks, Al. Great video and awesome info. The reason why they don't is they don't want to bring too much attention to gold. They did it in 1974, but it wasn't an audit. And of course, there's always going to be some people that will question it. But I do think they should show it, and I think they should have an independent audit and maybe film some of that. But a lot of the reason why they won't do it is for, quote, security purposes as well. But I digress. Ricky's House of Crap is here. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Break on through to the other side. We're going to do it here in a moment. All right. North Shore says, are there other bad apples operating? Have never employed the paper market. Physical plus. There very well could be, but I don't know. It's really hard to say. But I think all of them should be under some scrutiny now. This is a big deal, what happened there with Oxford. As I've heard ads for them as well, too. But anyways. All right. Man Skills. They sent one guy pictures of the gold he bought. It's like mailing hungry people pictures of sandwiches. Yeah. I guess if it was the actual gold, you could send pictures of any gold. You could pick somebody else's gold. But anyways. All right. Shadow Work is right. We need to audit the Fed too. And the thing is the Fed is actually audited every year, but it is an internal audit. It is not a public audit. It is an internal audit, and it really doesn't count, really, when it's all said and done. Chuck Silvertro on this says the following. It's nothing new that people have been scammed by gold companies. This is why we always have to promote possession of physical gold. Does it make sense to you that all of a sudden media is ratcheting up their negativity towards gold, and all of a sudden they're falling in love with crypto while the big banks keep increasing their gold holdings? Smell a rat. Yes, indeed, I hear you. Hold that gold. Angel Eyes is here. Welcome. Good to see you guys. All right. Glad you're here with me tonight. And now that takes care of all the comments thus far. Let's do 2 more comments from 11 years ago. And then we'll refresh these comments, see if anything's come new. We're getting close, folks. Stick with me here. We have 105 watching. You're witnessing history here. Although maybe it's history in my own mind. But anyways. Optimus Prime from 11 years ago. The coin in the middle has voodoo symbols on it for different Iwas or gods. Interesting. Okay. He knows a lot about these coins. And Rich Callie from Silver Value Commentary. This is my second ever video I've ever produced. My second video he's commenting on here. I don't think any store would accept these, as most people don't know that they are backed by U.S. or not. Just my opinion. Yeah, a lot of people don't know. Some of these silver coins, you just don't know. They're not recognized. And so people will question it. All right, let's refresh and see if we have any new comments. Yep, we do have a few new ones here. So we're going to answer these and we're going to go back in time. We're going to probably do a respond, refresh type of deal just to milk it for all it's worth. You know what I mean? Keep you guys engaged, see what's happening here. Let's go over here too. Worth went. Another scam is Lear Capital. Yep, that's why I call them Lear Capital. I never put your IRA into a gold IRA because you still have second party risk. If you want gold, sell your IRA, put the money in a bank and so dollar cost averaging every month, or buy physical gold from a major online bullion dealers. I wouldn't put it in a bank either. Bank safe deposit boxes there's not the protection that you think there is there. Buy physical from an online bullion dealer like JM Bullion, SD Bullion, then bury it or hide it somewhere on your property or off your property. That way you are your own bank. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. It sounds so cliche, but it really is the best words of wisdom. That's right. Very, very true. Very, very true. Wealth Coast Services is here. Good to see you. The tribe is with us. Glad you guys are here tonight. We're going through, we're answering these comments. But before we answer the comments, we have a scammer. It's going to put us behind a little bit, but that's all right. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Hello? I hear you. You're on. Oh, what happened? Let's call those sons of biscuits back. What's going on there?
This call is being recorded. Please hold while I try to connect you.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, this is Casey.
Casey, what happened? You just called me, and then you hung up. What was up? What was up with that? Why did you do that to me?
Well, I didn't mean to do that on purpose. I just thought we had a bad connection.
Okay, well, I could hear you. I was saying hello, 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 but now we've got a good connection, right, Casey?
Right. Now we do. And this is Jim Miller's. Do I have that correct?
Yes, Jim Miller's, yes. How can I serve you today?
Well, I was actually calling to see if I could help you. I got word that you were looking for working capital or financing for the business, so I just want to see if you got that taken care of or if you're still looking.
Word gets around quick. It's funny you say that because I am actually looking for some funding for the business. It's funny you asked that. I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking to myself, boy, I would love to see if somebody would call me about funding for my business because I could use a couple of bucks. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. Well,
yeah.
That sounds great.
Very good.
What's Jeopard Enterprises? What do you guys do?
It's Gephardt Enterprises. We are a manufacturing company, and what we do is we inject silver atoms into multiple different household products. So dishwashing detergent, tampons, like Tampon Tim in Minnesota. You ever heard of Tampon Tim in Minnesota?
I haven't, but
yeah.
I'm curious now.
Well, apparently the guy wants to be vice president, but I digress. But we're gonna put it in tampons.
Gotcha.
We're gonna put it in. We're gonna put it in dishwashing detergent, dishwashing liquid, and we're also gonna put it in soaps. We're gonna put it in, those little 2,000 flushes things. You know, the things for the 2,000 flushes. Mm-hmm. We're gonna put it in that. We're gonna put silver in everything. Do you want to know why?
Because it's antimicrobial. And
boom! You got it. You nailed it. You were the man. You know it. Smarter than I thought. That's right. It is antimicrobial. That's right. And so we are taking it by storm. We're going to take these things by storm, these household products. We're going to put double what it's usually in, and we're going to make sure that people are virus free. And
cool.
Yeah, that's what it's out.
Is it? Doesn't that affect the cost effectiveness of the products, or is it still viable?
Well, it will affect slightly because let's see what's silver trading now in the after hours. The markets are closed right now. Silver is trading at $27.54, down 8 cents. That's almost a 0.3% drop today. And we had a bit of a pullback in the markets because silver was trading around $31 not too long ago. But when the stock market fell, which by the way I helped orchestrate on purpose so that we could get silver's price down. I'm going to wait about 2 weeks and then I'm going to do it again. I'm going to have my friend, my Hungarian Jew friend, what's his name? His son's name is Alexander. Dad's name he's associated with the World Economic Forum, not Klaus Schwab, not Schwab. I'm talking about, man, dang, what is his name? Crap. Now it's bothering me. If I can only figure out what his name was. Dang, it's not even on the tip of my tongue. It's sort of in the middle. Not Klaus Schwab. I remember Klaus Schwab. It is the guy who likes to try to bring countries down. George Soros. George Soros. Thank you, George Soros. I appreciate you. Appreciate that. George Soros. Soros.
Yes.
He and I work together, and so we're gonna bring the markets down a little bit, probably in about 2 weeks, to see if we get silver under $20 before the federal.
I'm sensing you're being a little facetious here.
No, I don't have to go poopy yet. There's no feces involved in this matter. No poopy time for me. No poopy time. So what's going to happen is within the next 2 weeks, and they do that, then we're going to make our move with the money that I borrow from you. Okay?
Gotcha.
So if you can loan me money in about 2 weeks, if we can time this and get about $120,000 and get into the silver market right when that crash happens, the second crash. We already had one little dip or crash. I don't know, not a crash. I'm being facetious about that. It wasn't a crash, but it was a massive drop in the markets. And we can get if we get the Nikkei to lose about 13-14% next time, and have the Dow Jones fall about 5%, we're gonna be rocking and rolling with the silver stuff, because silver gets pummeled during these market downturns. And then we can rack up a whole bunch of physical silver to put into our products to make everybody's home clean.
There you go. So, but this is already, you're already functioning and doing this right now.
Well, we are in control of the markets. Yeah, we have a solid command of the markets. I've got, that's where me and Soros, we're doing okay there. And we also have a lot of Congress people that are benefiting, because we tell them when to get out of the markets too before we do all this. So that way we're on the up and up with all this stuff. You know what I mean?
Where do you live, Jim? Where's 5?
We live over I'm now in Louisiana now. Monroe, Louisiana.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I'm in San Diego, so I'm a few hours behind you.
Yeah, just a few hours. I could maybe a 2-day drive. I could probably get over there to visit you.
Yeah, exactly. All right. And is Gephardt Enterprises cash flowing at the moment?
Oh, we're flowing that cash. The cash is coming in. It's not as much as I'd like, but it's doing okay. It's doing all right.
All right. What would you say monthly deposits look like?
Well, they're looking like pretty good. Let me tell you, when I make my deposit slip at the bank, I like to draw little figures on it, little happy faces and things like that. And they get a kick out of that. They say, man, your deposits look really good. Those deposit slips look great. So I'm thinking about ordering new stationery for my deposit slips to make them look even better.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. I'm having a hard time, Jim, determining.
I'm sorry. How can I help you? Let's see. How can I serve you today, sir? How can I make it easy? I want to make this as easy as possible for you. My job is to make everybody's life easier. That's my goal in life. Unless you're voting for Kamala Harris. No, go ahead.
No, I will not be. But you're looking for 120. In all seriousness, you're looking for 120.
120 smackers, but not now. 2 weeks from now.
Well, right, but you have to have it ready. So
got to have it ready. You got to get everything. And I imagine you probably need some documentation, is my guess. If I'm able to read your mind at all, if I have some sort of semblance of able to just reach through the telephonic lines and just kind of read your mind, you might be wanting some documents. You might want some documents, and I'm here to tell you that I can make that happen. I can make things happen. I can make things move. I'm the kind of guy that can get things done. I'm like Red in Shawshank Redemption.
Oh man, I'm trying. Believe me, I've seen that movie like 3 times. It's just I'm trying to remember. Who is Red? Is that Morgan Freeman?
That's Morgan Freeman. What's his name? Get busy living, Get busy dying. That's right.
That's right.
I'm the kind of guy that can get things.
So do you guys have a facility there in Louisiana?
We have a facility. We got a facility, and we're rocking and rolling we've got the products, and they're itching. They're saying they're begging for the silver at this point. They say we want silver on our products. We needs it. We needs it, precious. You know what I'm saying?
Duly noted. I know, yeah, definitely. I definitely know what you're saying. That's a pretty good golem. So with that, what do your deposits look like on a month-to-month basis?
Well, like I said, I can describe them more in detail, but I mean, I started out drawing little stick figures on them. I'm not the best artist, but they still were looking pretty good to the bank ladies. But when I'm going to order them next week. We might have to add the cost of those bank deposits to this money we're asking for, because to get the really nice stationery that's thick cardboard or cardstock with the embossing, and a lot of the decorative elements to them to make them look really good, we might have to ask for a couple more bucks added on top of that to make them even better. Now, if you need a deposit slip that looks really good before, if we need to get the cart before the horse type of scenario where you need to see the nice deposits beforehand, well, I'm going to have to make heaven and earth move, and I have to contact my the folks there at the Soros Foundation to maybe slip me a few bucks to get this thing done through to some sort of Chinese provider to make these things happen, to get the nice cardstock, pretty embossed, lavender and all this pastel colors on them, because you got to feminize the deposit slips, because most of the tellers are chicks, they're ladies. Not to be sexist, but you don't very often see male bank tellers. So we've got to be able to tune that market to make them look as beautiful and as pretty as possible, to make them look nice.
Well, that's all that matters. Lenders don't really care how much money you have going in your account. So long.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's it. Very good.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So let's do this. Let's reconvene. Why don't you give me a call back on Sunday at about 6:15 p.m. Eastern time, and let's see where we're at with everything. I'll find out. I'm gonna get the wheels in motion on those deposit slips, and I'm surprised you've not asked me about bank statements yet, because I thought for sure you might go for the jugular on that one. But we'll talk.
I don't care about deposit slips. I'm just asking you how much in monthly deposits you receive.
Oh, okay. How much now? Okay, all right. I thought you would have asked that first. I'm doing about $98,000 a month. I thought you'd never ask that.
Okay. That's what I was trying to get at. So I'm remiss. It's my fault for not communicating properly.
No worries. It's okay. It's a Friday. You know what I mean? It's a Friday afternoon there in sunny San Diego, right there in Newscomb country. Newscomb. Oh, Gavin Newscomb out picking up trash on the streets and trying to feel like he's a big boy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll be out of here next year anyway. We're going to shoot on over to AZ.
Nice. So get the old AZ happening. Get it into Maricopa County.
Not Maricopa County, but the actual city of Maricopa. You can get a sweet deal. We can get a single family out there for like $330. So
that's not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. No, it's not. And it's safe, so we like it. All right, so $98K in monthly deposits on average, and those are like contracts you have with manufacturers, like you.
Yep. The old contracts, the manufacturers. We're ranking in that amount of fundage every month with the people that we're working with presently. But when we get the silver stuff going, oh man, it's gonna be game on. It's gonna be on like Donkey Kong. That's what all the young folks are saying these days. It's on like Donkey Kong. That's one of those up and coming new games that's come out recently.
Just a brand new one, that's just getting released.
Yeah.
All right. And all right, 120 is the goal. How's your credit?
How's my credit? Let's see. It's fair to fiddling, I would say. Probably my credit is good. I mean, I'm a pretty credible guy. Most people say.
Okay. If you were to put a score on it, what would you guess?
I'd be like, dude, I just scored on the credit. You know what I mean? I mean, I'll give you, for instance, if I go and use my credit card for something and pay cash price and I can get some points back, dude, that is a score. And that's better than hooking up with a chick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Gotcha. If you were to pull your credit and read the FICO score number, what would it read?
Well, if I pulled the credit, it depends. I mean, one of those new Cybertrucks, those Tesla Cybertrucks, they say they're pretty good at pulling the weight. But it depends on how much that stuff weighs. If I pull my credit report with that and put it on the back of a truck, I probably would have to have an extra, because there's so much in it. It would need a separate thing to pull it. And then if you had a FICO score, then you'd be looking at the end of it, and it'd probably read something like 1280 or something somewhere there around abouts 1280.
Right. Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you just taking me for a ride and having fun with me?
Well, I would honestly, I would love to do that, but I need to get a hybrid vehicle first. If I have a gas vehicle right now, and the cost of gas keeps going up and up and up, but when I get a new vehicle, I might just drive from Monroe, Louisiana, out to San Diego, California, and we'll go on a ride. And I might get one of those little things that bounce the wheels up and down, the hydraulics, and we'll play us some Snoop Dogg or some Dr. Dre, and as we're rolling down,
Cool.
we'll do that. We'll make that happen. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, we'll take that 120 right to the strip club. You know what I mean?
Exactly. There you go. We'll do it. The best strip club. Let me tell you this story real quick before we go, and I do have to go here soon, but I gotta tell you the story. All right. I was at a Walmart. Okay, this is back in 1999, and I was working the night shift. And there's nobody in the store except for those of us employees who were working, because we closed down because we needed to clean the floors, right? And so we okay, let's get this party started. We put the music on, and we brought out the floor strippers, and we nailed that entire store. That store was probably 83,000 square feet, and we stripped all those floors from the front to the back in less than 3 hours. Stripped of all the wax and stuff like that. Dude, that was erotic.
I bet.
So now, and ever since that date in 1999, because of that kind of success, we thought about starting a business and calling it the strip club, but it never got off its feet. It was it was so many things that got in the way. We even did a poll about it. We even had a poll about.
You're killing me.
So we called it the stripper poll,
Yeah.
but we didn't get very good feedback. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we were asking for donations. We were asking for singles. If to participate in the poll, you had to pay $1.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that game.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's reconvene on
Right.
Sunday at 6:30. And thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to this. I think we're gonna make whatever we're doing great again, or great for the first time. This has not actually happened yet, so we're gonna make it great for the very first time with the silver.
All right, I'll give you calls.
Okay, thank you.
Sunday at 3:30.
Yes, 3:30 your time. Yeah, 3:30 your time. That's right.
Cool.
All right.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye. All right. Oh man. All right. Where were we? We're back. We're back here. All right. Let's see here. We have Jamie English. We're gonna one of these days we're gonna get down the very end of all the comments. We're getting close. I forget what company he's. I don't think he ever said, Michael. I don't think he ever said what company he was with. By the way, that was my chair making that noise. I was not farting. Here, listen. Hear it? That was the chair. Silver gold in next bull run gonna face off with crypto, which has a baby last bull run. I personally am on the crypto side, taking more of the market share. To explain, silver even today has around 300,000 investors worldwide. In crypto, we have 300 million people going in 600 million crypto backers by 2026. If silver had 1/10 of investors, as it would all been brought up, and the market would have been cornered. I've had 1/10 of the investors. It could be. That's possible. I don't think the silver market is very, very tiny for sure. Angel Silver 47, very nice. Thank you for sharing on the 20 for 20 Canadian stuff there. Thank you. All right, now let's refresh these comments one more time, because certainly more have stacked up between then and now. Okay, oh no, not as many as I thought. All right, we're gonna go through them all right now, folks. Stay with me. If you're still here, stay with me. We've lost a couple of viewers from the scam call. I thought for sure people would like that and would stick around, but I guess some people don't like it. Stephen Colwell, I would never trust anyone to hold my gold. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. That's right. I like the idea of being in control of my gold as well. Good news, says the damn Kemintosh. I guess that they have shut down is good news. True that. And Snoop Eastwood says Trump 2024. Yes, indeed. That's right. That's right. Thank you, sir. Tube Supio says this here. Let me get to this. Post this and make this happen. Tube Supio says, when it comes to gold and silver, you cannot trust anyone else, even your own family and friends in many cases. If you don't hold it, well, you know the rest. That's true. Yeah, it's got to be people you implicitly trust. Because, yeah, even some family you can't trust for sure. All right, very good. Matthew is back. Good to see you. Cookie time. Yeah, we're going to have the cookie here in a moment. Let's finish these comments first. I'm itching now to get to the very end. It's crazy. Jacob Mendez here says here, let me get to this. He says, I'm always surprised when folks are okay with someone else holding your metal. That crap makes no sense. Yes, well, you know, I mean, I understand most of the time that's exactly right. For cases like this, very unusual that people should have things outside of their own possession. But there are circumstances, including mine, by the way, but it's some of them are special circumstances. And if you are having your precious metals vaulted, make sure that you get an accounting and proof that they're there. You really should. I think it's a good idea to do that. Junior 67 says this about the scam. We're almost finished with these. I rarely buy gold bullion. I prefer the pre-33 slab gold coins. More security, value, and appreciation with these coins. Buy the coin, not the slab. I appeal. If you buy a PF65, does it have the gem luster associated with the grade, or is the low end of the 65 grade where the luster is muted? Buy a coin, not the slab or the grade. Does it have the eye appeal for the grade? It makes a difference. Yeah, you buy the coin, not the slab. Really the case is. And I would say that a PF65 is going to have a certain luster to it than a regular 65, obviously. It's a different kind of luster for those coins, but you know, pre-33, you'd be hard-pressed to find anything proof in those coins anyway. It's out of the realm of possibility for most people. Clear Lake says, whole thing is ridiculous to me. Yes, it's crazy what happened there. Indeed. Matthew Crustlife says, I don't think you'll finish all these comments. Oh, man, he's held me back one. I love it, Matthew. We're getting closer now. Or we're getting close. All right, folks, here we are. People just should listen. People should have listened 2 years ago. Exactly. If you look at the BBB comments, you will see that for sure. All right, let's refresh these comments again. All right, we're getting it. We're close. We're doing, all right. One more. Junior says, fear, uncertainty is driving the market. It sure is. Fear and uncertainty, sure. All right, here we go, folks. We're getting really close now. We're even going to respond to a dead person's comment. May he rest in peace, Greg Williams. Very nice coin. Thank you, sir. And then Rocky says, you do realize that they probably have fewer of those when they were making pandas this year. 8 million. Nice video. And we can feel how much you stoked about opening and seeing them. Welcome to the club. Thank you, Rocky. And this was my my very first video that he's commenting on. And thank you. All right. I bought my wife to slab her too. There you go, Matthew. I like that. Bought his wife to slab her too. Here we go. All right, folks. Let's refresh again. All right, there it is. The last comment. The very last comment ever, which was the first one that I've not answered on this channel from this video. Sunshine Minting Silver Bar Unpackaging. Here it is. Nice score. YTTS 101. Thank you. That's my response. Look at that. All right, folks. We have answered every single comment. Let's refresh and see what it looks like now. Boom. No comments found. Try searching for something else or removing filters. It used to say you're all caught up, but look at that. All caught up. No more comments. Completely done. From 11 years ago. First time. Amazing. We did it. All right. Wow. What am I going to do now? Oh, my goodness. That was my crutch for all this time. Son of a motherless goat. Wow. Well, actually, because we were able to do this. Oh, look at this. All right. Clear Lake Drive from 10 seconds ago. Had to leave the live again just to keep you tied up here. Nice. Thank you, Clear Lake. I didn't see Clear Lake in here. There he is. Thank you, brother. He is here. And thank you. J.M. Lee says, well done, Sal. Fantastic customer service. Thank you. Appreciate that for the super chat. And let me give you 5 push-ups. In fact, Welchco Services Bacon is tasty with a $2 super chat too. So that's 7 push-ups we're going to do for you guys. All right. Thank you, Clear Lake Drive 2, for posting a comment and to keep me going. Let's do 7 push-ups. Get some blood flowing. Oh, yeah. We've reached the end, which means that we're going to do another phase probably. Very good. All right. So, that's the thing. I'm trying to, most of the time what I do is I will answer some comments offline or off this platform or off the live streams. I'll answer right then and there with a typed comment or just the short ones. But what I usually do, he's always lurking on Friday night. Thank you, Clear Lake. I appreciate you, brother. And good to see Tom Larson. Tom Larson is here. So probably what I'll do, if I can keep doing that and get caught up on these comments, what I might do is one of these nights, I might do an Ask Sal session. Some of these other channels do that as well too, because mostly and of course the market watchers will probably be able to pay more attention to the markets, and obviously I'll be able to interact more with the chat a little bit more too. But yes, indeed. So I might do an Ask Sal segment as well for one of the 3 nights that I live stream. So we'll see. We'll find out. Michael Phillip, the kitty is doing great. Kitty is doing, the one that's alive is doing great right now. Weighs about 7 pounds. The kitty does. But, oh yeah, Fortune Cookie, 66 Sam, thank you. It's Fortune Cookie time. Oh yeah. We're rocking and rolling here. Look at that. It's really mind-blowing. We have now caught up with every single comment ever on this live stream. It's amazing. Crazy. Let's see here. Let me get things into motion here. See what we've got happening here. Bear with me as we see what we've got going on here. This box is getting empty here. All right, let's see here. Let me just move this up so you can see. I want you to see what it says here at the very bottom of this, just for a brief moment. No comments found. Try searching for something else or removing filters. All right. That's what that says. All right. Yes, historic. Thank you, Michael K. It's wild. All right, let's get things moving here with the fortune cookie, because we are fortunate indeed. And let's see if we got what our fortune is here. There it is, the fortune. It's not a Fortune 500 company, by the way. It's not a Fortune 500 cookie. It's just a cookie. It's just a cookie. Oh, and thank you, Jane Monlise. He's posted a link to the Salivate Metal Round, if you're interested in purchasing that. Yeah, it kind of does look like a camel toe in a way, doesn't it, Tom Larson? It's either Pac-Man or camel toe, one of the two, right? We should put a big Harris right here. Harris for president. Or Tampon Tim. Here we go. All right, here we go. Let's crack that sucker open. Oh, you heard that, didn't you? And the fortune says, you are a classic. Hardly a fortune. It just says you are a classic. No fortune here. You are a classic. What am I? A classic what? A classic what? A classic clown? A classic jerk? What do you mean? What do you mean? When it's not finished, what is this? What's the rest of it? I'm a classic. Gosh. I've been gypped with these fortunes. Man. But I am going to eat this son of a biscuit, though. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Let's chew into it. Oh, yeah. That's tasty. Very, very good stuff. Classic rock. Classic rock. That's a good one there. That's right, Joey. Angel Eye says it's a trick cookie. That's right. Gold Chick, Peach Tongue Fox. I like that. Peach Tongue Fox. All right. The fox licks the peach. Let's eat this other half. I must confess, it does taste pretty good. It's a little bit of an acquired taste. It's a little sweeter. There's a different texture. Websco Services, fortune cookies made in Chicago, not in China. That's right. Actually, you know what? Let me see where they're made. It may say on the box here. Let me see. Let me do this though. I've got to do something else here. Let's see what we've got here. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's see where they were manufactured. Contains wheat. Product of USA, distributed by JFC International from Los Angeles, California. So I guess it's the product of USA. I guess it was made in the United States. Probably still could have been made in Chicago. We don't know. Kind of an expensive box, but anyways. All right. Very good. Well, let's see if we got any new comments that have popped in here in the last few minutes. Yes. All right. Here we go. Sandman Slim, Super Al's algorithm, which I appreciate on this. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that so much. And let's see here. And Mazda Fiero says, I'm glad I own land. I bury most of mine. There you go. All right. There are ways to do that safely. PVC pipe is one way you can do that. Cybercurrent Twitcher's done a video on that. All right. And here we've got Wood Bluff DVD. The worst screwing you'll ever get is the one you give yourself. Sucks to rip off. Yes, that's true. It all boils down to being diligent, due diligence. And true that. Very, very true. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do something. We're going to try something here. Does anybody feel like coming on the show, on the program, and having a conversation? Just for a little bit. I can only have one person at a time. But if you have a webcam or a mic, you don't have to show your face if you don't want. But you can join me here if you so desire. And if anybody's interested in that, I'm going to grab a link and see if we can make... I haven't done this in a while, so bear with me. Let me do this here. All right. Let's see here. Very good. All right. And so what'll happen, I'll have to keep an eye on this thing so that I can see if it pops up. I have to approve you to come in first. So it doesn't give me a notification. It just shows some green things on there. But if anybody wants to join me, we'll keep this up for a little bit. We'll make that happen. And yeah, very, very good. And let's see here. In the meantime, we'll keep refreshing comments and say hello, interact with you guys that are not there yet. It's amazing. This is just something else. But yeah, I've been waiting my whole career to do this. It's pretty amazing. Look at this, folks. We just got this. Just came through here. From Shadow Work to the hardest working tuber, congrats on getting caught up in the comments. Any word on the U.S. Mint's ethical metal sourcing practices? Thank you, my friend from Shadow Work. I appreciate that. I've not heard anything about ethical metal sourcing practices. I think somebody else asked me that too. And I don't know what they have. Maybe their next report that comes out at the end of the year will have something. Their annual report may have something on that. There's probably something that would show up there. But so far, I've not seen anything about that. But I do owe you 10 push-up. Good question, Shadow Work. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. But I've not heard anything about the ethical sourcing of materials from the Mint. All right, let's give you 10 push-ups. You gave 5. We usually double them up on the PayPal friends and family donation because there's no fees there. So let's give him 10 push-ups now. Here we go. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. We got it done. Thank you, thank you. All right. Very good. Okay. Nice. All right, very good. Let's see here. All right. Well, no takers in a collab cam. I might go ahead and shut that off then. But thank you guys. All right. Let's see here. Let's turn that off. And let's see here. Let's unpin that. But pretty good. All right. Nice. Okay. Thank you so much, Michael K. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you, sir. Shadow work. I've been pretty devastated ever since they cooked the ethics books. Yes. All right. And maybe there's something I'm missing on that shadow work. Because I'm not sure if I usually cover some pretty big U.S. Mint stories, but I've not seen anything about ethics books there. But let me see here. Let me search on my channel for U.S. Mint ethics. I don't think there's anything there. Perth Mint under investigation for buying conflict gold. So there was something associated with it. But that turned out to be a big nothing burger. Because they were cleared of misconduct and conflict gold probe. But nothing with the United States Mint on that I've seen. Unless there's something I'm missing there. But if you know of anything, Shadow Work, send me an email. I'd be glad to look into that, maybe. If you have a link to a story or something like that that shows that. But anyways, very good. Nice. Yes, indeed. Well, this is something else. Yeah, so I think things will probably change a little bit here. Let's answer a couple of these comments quickly here. But I do want to try to either have part of a segment of the show and the live broadcast be an Ask Sal portion. So we'll see here what we do. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we'll see how it plays out. But obviously, answering comments will still be a major part of what we do here too, because I like to show some. It's my way of kind of showing customer service and interacting with you guys. Oh, I'm gonna get my boilerplate again here. Bear with me. Let's answer a few of these. And this is coming to us from ARC. ARCs go. This is so cruel and tragic. Many of these companies supply unsuitable and overpriced products. To start with, get to know the owner of the company you're dealing with. It often seems the more advertising and flashy brochures a company produces, the higher the profile of promoters, the more expensive they become. Many people taking a cut of what is not theirs in the first place. That's exactly right. Large orders should only attract a very low premium over spot as a percentage. Avoid the plague of any and all products claiming huge numismatic potential. That's right. Good point. This is a trap, causing one to overpay to start with and having little or no chance to recoup high premiums. Bulk silver bars should be around 4% over spot. 1,000-ounce bars, 1.5%, 1 and 2.5% on current spot, depending on quantity. Although sometimes the market will fluctuate and those premiums will go up or down depending on the market. But otherwise, that's probably a good standard bear. Gold kilo around plus 1%. Crude ranch 24 premium for bulk orders. You do not need anything fancy to protect your purchasing power. The value of the ounces, not the premium, will maintain the probability increasing your purchasing power over time. Exactly right. Good comment. Good post there. All right, look at this. We've got this from Tom Larson. Whoa, thank you so much, Tom Larson. $8 PayPal friends and family from Tom Larson just popped in here. Thank you. Congrats on doing all of those. No exercise. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. And, oh, yeah, thank you. Arcs Go is a precious metals and osmium dealer. Thank you, JM Unleashed. Very cool. And, yeah, roller skate and SAG actor. JM Bullion does offer a military discount. That, indeed, they do. Yep, you're right. And thank you again to Tom Larson. Very kind. Jeff Channel says, 450 reminds me of those foster child commercials we used to always see on TV. Yes. That's right. Just because it's on TV doesn't mean it's legitimate. Just because it's on the radio does not mean legitimate, even with your favorite commentators and what have you. All right, there you go. MF Global. Yep, MF Global makes people wonder if that's possibly the case for sure with this. All right. And Chester Stock here says this. I think you're right, Sal. I'm curious to see if JP Morgan tries to smash the market down on Sunday night. Well, they would probably do it Monday morning because they don't have any control over the Asian markets, at least that I know of. I've woken up, well, it's the futures market, right? The futures market, that could be the case. Woken a few times on a Monday morning to find my winning futures traded turned into a substantial loss. Yep, so that's right. He is talking about futures market there. You're right. Great info, and we'll be waiting in your next awesome video. A new stacker and loving it. Well, thank you, Chester Stock. I'm honored to have you as a viewer and as a new stacker. Well done. In fact, I'll tell you this, and for anybody that's relatively new with precious metals, I'd encourage you to pop on over the channel and look at the playlist and check out the Silver Basics playlist right here, Silver Basics. And if you look at that, it has everything you ever wanted to know, or more than you probably wanted to know. Even asking the basic question, what is silver? And what is silver stacking? And the amount of choices that there are for stacking silver. What silver should you buy? What's a fair price for silver? How to buy it online. Strategies for buying silver. All kinds of different things here. So hope you will check it out and give it a shot. Yes, indeed. Very, very good. Nice. Thank you so much, Chester Stock. All right, well, folks, very good. Well, we've come to about to the end. An historic night indeed. Thank you guys for being here and putting up with me. I probably made a bigger deal about the comments than I should have, but it's kind of a personal thing with me. I've always kind of wanted to say, hey, I'm one of the few probably channels that have actually hearted or responded to each and every comment on the channel in my 11.5-year history. So thank you guys for being here. We'll be back here on Sunday night. I want to thank you so much for being here, and thank you guys for your support and kindness, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So with this, I want to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all and leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is this: to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care.